At Synchro Consulting, we do specialized accounting for e-commerce stores. Let me make sure that you guys can see the screen share here. So, hope this is visible. Um, this includes tackling the sales tax problem, which exists in just about every US online store. There are a number of things that online merchants need to worry about that other kinds of businesses simply don't have to consider. One of these things is handling complex sales tax requirements. We can handle a very complicated web of sales taxes per business and make sure each rule is kept. Here's a terrifying example. Joe has an e-commerce company in New York, selling to 10 other states, five above economic threshold for sales tax, on platforms Shopify and Amazon, where two states have not enacted marketplace facilitator laws. More about what marketplace facilitator means later. Where does he need a permit and where does he need to pay a sales tax? The answer is Joe must register in five states for Shopify selling and two states for Amazon selling, in total five states plus New York. He must get six permits because Shopify is not a marketplace facilitator. The example is terrifying because it shows the complexity of the rules. The more jurisdictions you're dealing with, the harder it becomes to make sure all rules are abided by. And we must abide by the rules or the consequences can be very severe. But we will talk about that later. So, where does the complexity come from? Rates vary by state. Notice in the map that sales taxes change wildly from low to high and vice versa as we cross state boundaries. Rates may also vary by city and county, which is something to watch out for. Requirements can be triggered silently when crossing economic thresholds. Nobody from the government will warn you that you just started breaking the rules, but we will warn you and help you put compliance in place before the rule is broken. Even affiliate relationships can trigger CS tax liabilities. So if you have a partner in some state who gets clicks because of being your affiliate, you may have triggered a requirement for yourself and again, not even know about this. Penalties can be extremely severe. Financial penalties can be in the tens of thousands of dollars, and some violations may result in criminal prosecution and prison time. The bottom line is that sales taxes are to be taken seriously because the state governments will certainly take them seriously. Not all online merchants have the same rules. The requirements vary by selling platform. There are marketplace facilitator rules that require platforms such as Amazon, which takes care of much of the operations part of running an online store, to take care of sales tax filings as well. Online platforms such as Shopify, where sellers are more independent, the seller is responsible for all filing. To complicate matters further, not all states enact facilitator laws, meaning that even as an Amazon seller, merchants sometimes do have to process their own sales tax paperwork. The trick is to notice when you become responsible for all of this yourself and when it's taken care of for you by the platform, which is just yet another thing you will have to keep an eye on, adding to the complexity. The solution is to file correctly and on time every time, and using the best resources you can find to do this, using the best tools to determine where you have nexus and what your requirements are, and then hiring competent professional help to set up an automated filing system that always works will go a long way in assuring compliance. We entered into partnership agreements with the leading accounting software platform Intuit QuickBooks and CS Tax King Avalara, which provides a comprehensive support for even very complicated CS tax compliance requirements. Backed by support from these two robust resources, we will be able to set up a CS tax system for you, which files your taxes correctly and on time every time. When you sign up with us first, we determine where you have nexus and what your sales tax obligations are. We will then give you a report on what rules we believe apply to you. And then we create a filing plan based on our findings and ask you to approve this. Once we have your sign off, we set up an automated system which files the sales tax ongoing and gives you confirmations from these filings for your records. So why do this now? Because you need a simple system that takes care of these chores on autopilot. Sales taxes are tedious and repetitive work, and you have better things to do with your time, such as marketing your store and selling your products. Worrying about sales tax will get in the way of running your store. That's why we are here for. That's what we're here for. If this is something you feel you would benefit from in your own business, please schedule a 10 to 15-minute Zoom call with us on our calendar below. This is Konasas, our e-commerce accounting advisor. Thank you for listening.